Hi guys, so today we are talking all about girly looks for the body types. So as you guys know, sometimes if you juxtapose the lines of your body, you might not get the intended look that you are really going for. So this is all about using the lines of each of the body geometry types to achieve more of a feminine or girly type of a look. So this is what happens when Beveled wears mixed, and I would say that it's not that she necessarily looks that bad or anything like that, it's just that the look seems a little bit disconnected from her and a little bit unintentional. To me, she kind of looks like she's going to the first college party of her life and she wants to look like Britney Spears, but that's just me. And of course, the reason why this look is disconnected from her is because this look is primarily in mixed lines and she is a beveled type. So mixed lines are short. You can see all of the short and small detailing in the look, and at the same time, her lines are long and a bit wider too. So she would look really excellent in some longer lines and a wider silhouette. And of course, if we swap the look and we put the same look on mixed, then you can see that it looks just right on mixed and it actually looks quite girly and it looks really just right. So what are the mixed elements that we have here? So we have the small ruffles, we have the form-fitting or tight silhouette that is really precision fitted, and we also have some contrasting elements. So the waistline of the skirt is contrasting and the hem lines of the skirt are also contrasting, so that further breaks up the lines. And we have the necklace that acts sort of as a high neckline, and we also have the hair, in this case put up into a high pony with a little bow there, and this is all to sort of lift the look because mixed lines very much have a lightweight quality to them, so the hair being light is a really good way to go. And we also have the small bag and we have some pretty small shoes, not very bulky. So that is mixed. Next up we have blended. So blended is characterized by smooth lines and moderate detailing. So nothing too large, nothing too small, nothing too angular, nothing too rounded and frilly, so everything is sort of in the middle. And you can see how I basically sort of altered the look that we had for mixed. It's the same type of neckline, it's the same necklace, that you guys can really see the difference that takes place for, between mixed and blended, for example. So we have the bag is just a little bit bigger so that it's moderate sized and not large. We have the bow being in the center, which is really good for blended, and blended soft, so having that and blended sharpened too. All blended types look good with symmetry in their clothing. So the bow is symmetrical and in the middle, and it forms clean lines. It's not a loose bow, it's very neat and very tidy. And the ruffles are the same way. They are a bit more neat and tidy. They are not necessarily oversized or sort of very, very loose or small or anything like that. And the silhouette of this is smooth. So if she stands and looks at her shadow, she is going to see a smooth silhouette. She's not going to see that the shirt is sort of jutting out. One common thing that blended types struggle with is they will tuck in their shirt, which looks good because that does look neat, but sometimes if you tuck in your shirt, that is going to create a broken line if the shirt is loose, because it's going to basically jut out at the waist when you tuck it into your skirt or your pants. So keep an eye out for that if you are blended. So you guys remember Beveled, and Beveled was the example that I used at the beginning, and this is the outfit that she was wearing, and it looks a bit disconnected from her. So now let's see how Beveled can do a girly or a feminine look in her own lines. So here we have Beveled wearing a girly look in her own lines, and I really like how this turned out because I feel like it looks just right on her. It's not disconnected from her, and you can see that, the necklace as compared to the mixed one is a bit lower, and mixed had a high necklace or almost like a choker. And the ruffles are bigger and more loose, and the bow in this case is asymmetrical and it's on the side and it's a bit looser, a bit more unconstructed, and the skirt is also a bit looser, the ruffles are a bit looser. So all of these things are going to look really wonderful and really feminine and girly on a beveled type. And the handbag is a little bit bigger, and in this case I just put some simple shoes on her as well, and the hair is a bit more tousled. And sometimes high ponies and things like that can look really nice on beveled, so long as the hair is tousled and sort of a bit loose and not overly stiff or overly styled. So that is beveled. Next up we have sharpened. So you can see that with sharpened we are really creating some longer lines here. So the top ruffle around the neckline is even longer than for all of the other types, and it has those clean, smooth lines as well, so it's not loose or unstructured. And we also have the same kind of bag, just a bit structured, and then we have the bow bigger than, let's say, blended, around as big as the beveled bow was, also off to the side, but just in cleaner lines. So that is sharpened. Now we have rounded, and rounded looks wonderful in some really frilly things, lightweight fabrics, things that just look round and soft and frilly and fluffy and things like that. So that's what we see here. It's the same basic idea for the outfit. You know, we have the same type of neckline, we have the necklace, we have the bow, and you guys can see sort of how the looks differ from body type to body type, but it's still sort of the same fundamental look, just in different lines. And the handbag in her case is more rounded in shape, and her hair is softer, and I put two necklaces on her because rounded looks really good with that intricate detailing, and the ruffles are more short but also more frilly, and they look more weightless, and you can see that they're much more frilly and less structured than for mixed. Okay, so let's review. So these are all of the looks side by side, and you can see it's the same fundamental outfit but in different lines. So basically the rounded one has more of those soft, lightweight, rounded, sort of frilly lines, and the mixed one, compared to the rounded one, you can sort of see that it's the same type of idea, but it just has more structure. It's not as weightless and sort of frilly. And then we have blended in the middle, so blended just has those moderate lines and clean lines, and you can also see that the lengths of the necklaces between all of these types, you know, mixed has the highest necklace, so it's almost acting like a high neckline, and rounded and blended kind of have more of a mid-length necklace, that it's not too high or too low. And finally we also have beveled and sharpened, who have a bit of a longer necklace because they have those longer lines. And for beveled we have those unconstructed lines, we have the asymmetry and the sort of loose unconstructed silhouette, and then for sharpened of course we have the longer lines just like with beveled, but the lines are cleaner and we still have asymmetry to the bow. So that is it, and you guys can sort of take a look at these and see what other differences you can find with them. So that is it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this, and let me know your thoughts in the comments, and let me know if you have any video ideas or video suggestions, then leave them down below, and I will talk to you next time. Okay, bye.